My name is Tiki Finlayson, and this is my story. On July 31st, 2011, I received one of the worst phone calls that a parent could have. My son, Kevin, age 25, was on his way home from work and had been in a car wreck and hit head-on. He was very badly broken from head to toe, and they had taken him to surgery to repair the compound brakes that he had received from the crash. Walking into that ICU room, seeing my baby lying there, was a feeling that I can't explain. I had always been able to fix the cuts, scrapes, and boo-boos, but I couldn't this time. We had heard that there was a fatality on the scene, and I had been thinking and praying for the other family because they had lost someone, and Kevin was still there. I was grateful for that. Later on that day, we found out that the fatality they were talking about was Kevin. He had died 3 times on the way to the hospital, and the woman that was driving the other vehicle was in the same hospital due to her injuries. The woman had been out with her friends, and they had been partying, and she was driving drunk and had gotten on the highway the wrong way and drove over 4 miles, almost hitting 3 other people before she hit Kevin. At that point, we became a statistic that 1 in 3 of us are impacted by drunk driving. We gathered as a family and began to pray. I knew that forgiveness had to be part of this, and I heard myself tell God, I forgave the woman that was responsible. I couldn't believe I was saying it, but I knew that it had to be part of the process if I was going to be able to help anybody else from going through this same pain that we were going through at that point. I think that was one of the longest days and nights of my life. But the next morning, on August 1st, we were called upstairs, and the doctor came in and informed us that at 8:57 a.m. that they had pronounced Kevin brain dead. I couldn't believe it. I kept thinking this is a nightmare and that I would wake up, but it wasn't. It was reality. And now we were living a life sentence without Kevin, my sunshine. I had already told God that I forgave this woman, and now I had to walk it out. It was just part of what I had to do, because forgiveness is a choice, it's not a feeling. 8 months later, a couple days before sentencing day, we had a restorative justice meeting with her, and I was able to sit across from her and tell her my feelings and what it had done to our family. But the most important thing was to tell her that I forgave her. And we hugged and just stood there and cried together. On April 3rd, 2012, a day after what would have been Kevin's 26th birthday, it was sentencing day, and our family and her family were able to stand outside the courtroom for a couple of hours, and we just got to know each other. She was sentenced to 8 years that day for vehicular homicide by intoxication. My oldest son, Derek, and I formed an organization, 1 in 3, and we go around and spread awareness in the community. Last year, 2012, we were able to reach over 900,000 people and hopefully change someone's mind about getting behind the wheel intoxicated. The woman responsible, she and I, like I said, have been writing letters back and forth. She wants to come and be a part of the organization and talk about the dangers and consequences of drinking and driving. And when she's released, she's going to come and travel with us to do that. And only because of forgiveness is that possible. She and I together are going to make a difference. Forgiveness is freedom. My name is Tiki, and I'm 1 in 3.